Escalante City. Officially, City of Escalante is a fourth-class city located on the northeastern tip of Negros Occidental. It is bounded on the north and west by the city of Sagay, on the south by the town of Toboso, and on the east by Tanyon Strait, facing the island of Cebu. Escalante City is 95 kilometers away from the provincial capital, Bacolod City. The city of Escalante is composed of 21 barangays with a population of more than 94,000. According to the 2015 census, 50% belong to the youth sector or people aged 15 to 30 years old. Barangay Balintawak is a major commercial district where the hustle and bustle can be felt around shopping centers, dry goods stores, hotels, restaurants, public market, schools, as well as public and private offices. When one passes through the city's main thoroughfare called East Avenue, two imposing structures invite attention: the EPSTEMPCO Visayas Business Office and Hostel. The three-story building easily stands out because of its modern design, accented by gleaming green glass panels that transmit light inside. Across the co-op office and hostel is the two-story E-Mart in dazzling white, also owned by EPSTEMPCO Visayas. Cooperativism in Escalante dates back to the 1960s, with the arrival of Dutch missionaries belonging to the Order of Carmelites. They built a church, a school, and introduced the concept of cooperatives to the people. Encouraged by the teachings of their spiritual fathers, the people formed a credit union. However, because they were not properly trained, the credit union eventually collapsed. Elsewhere, public school teachers and lay volunteers in the St. Francis Parish Church in Old Escalante also formed a credit cooperative, but their efforts failed. People did not only lose their hard-earned savings, but also their trust in the cooperative system. It was a terrible blow for many poor people who were then already suffering from social injustice bred by the hacienda system and aggravated by the military abuses of the martial law regime of former strongman Ferdinand Marcos. In September 20, 1985, some 5,000 farmers, fishermen, urban poor, students, professionals, and hacienda workers from Escalante and the neighboring towns of Sagay, Toboso, and Calatrava assembled at the Escalante Town Plaza and Public Market to air their grievances through the so-called Huelga ng Bayan, protest of the nation. The government responded through the military, who dispersed the peaceful protest using water cannons and guns, resulting in the deaths of 23 people. The Escalante Massacre shook the international community and put pressure on the Marcos regime to lift martial law. This dramatic event in modern Philippine history is marked by a massive clenched fist sculpture in front of the Escalante City Hall. The monument, called Escam, recalls the grit and determination of a people wanting to be freed from tyrannical rule. In 1991, or 5 years after the restoration of democracy, public school teachers in Escalante were still under the control of usurious lenders. Every payday, the loan sharks collected the teachers' pay, forcing them to borrow from unearned salaries at steep interest rates. The vicious cycle sunk the poor teachers deeper into poverty and hopelessness. This was the social backdrop when a group of teachers led by Mr. Jose Sabilio and Edwin Hiroso With permission from the Escalante District School Supervisor, Mrs. Cecilia Aliones urged fellow teachers to give the cooperative system another try. 64 teachers took up the challenge. In compliance with the state regulations, they attended training seminars and organizational meetings. Finally, in February 24, 1992, the Escalante Public School Teachers and Employees, or EPSTEMPCO, was registered as a closed cooperative with paid-up capital of 6,400 pesos. The co-op didn't have a permanent office, but it was a minor trouble because whoever was elected chairman needed only to make his or her classroom in the Escalante Central Elementary School a temporary office. The bigger problem for the credit cooperative was the lack of capital, but the teachers were so imbued by the cooperative spirit that they continued with the mission of helping each other. The turning point for EPSTEMPCO came in 1998 when Congressman Julio Ledesma granted the co-op through the Land Bank of the Philippines a soft loan of 500,000 pesos. With additional capital, EPSTEMPCO was able to pay off the debts of the teachers from usurious lending companies. Much later, Land Bank extended a 5 million peso credit facility which the co-op used to finance and develop the livelihood and income-generating projects of its members. Affiliate agreements with federations like VICTO, National Cooperative Federation, and local government units enabled officers, management, and staff to get mandated co-op education as well as exposures to new co-op trends, technology, and systems upgrade, resulting in the rationalization and computerization of its back-office support system. Meanwhile, the once sleepy town that bore the psychological wounds of martial law was declared a component city of Negros Occidental in 2001. After gaining city status, Escalante generated brisk economic activities, while EPSTEMPCO cast a strong presence among teachers, private and public sector employees, including small and medium-scale entrepreneurs. In 2004, EPSTEMPCO amended its bylaws to open membership to all public and private employees, including small entrepreneurs in the cities of Escalante and Sagay, including the municipality of Toboso, Negros Occidental. Its amended name is Escalante Public and Private School Teachers and Employees Multi-Purpose Cooperative, EPSTEMPCO. In 2007, or 15 years after it was established, EPSTEMPCO inaugurated its permanent office. The three-story building has become a landmark and is a favorite home away from home of visitors. An elevator provides access to elderly members as well as to guests staying in the hostel. The co-op hostel is recognized for its cleanliness, well-appointed rooms, and customer care. Co-op members used to buy groceries in the same building, but because of increasing membership, EPSTEMPCO bought another property to make way for a modern and well-stocked supermarket called E-Mart. E-Mart also sells farm produce like rice, organic chicken, and meat products raised by its members. It has also become a favorite venue of family celebrations like weddings and birthdays. The imposing structures boosted the presence of EPSTEMPCO in Northern Negros as word of mouth prompted other people to visit and learn more about the community-based cooperative. EPSTEMPCO today is one of the country's robust and fastest-growing community-based cooperatives. Membership is close to 2,000, and assets have increased to a whopping 290.10 million pesos. Paid-up share capital in the current year is 98.20 million pesos. During its 27th Annual General Assembly, the co-op declared 7.15 million pesos in net surplus. Cooperatives, big or small, always grapple with delinquency problems, but EPSTEMPCO Visayas is one of the very few cooperatives that have kept its delinquency issues to the minimum, at 3.3% according to its 2018 annual report. EPSTEMPCO's remarkable track record is demonstrated by the numerous awards from state financing institutions, local, regional, and national government agencies, and non-government institutions. In April 2012, it gained ISO certification, an international standard that specifies requirements for a quality management system. In July 2012, owing to increasing membership and demands by people from other Visayas to join the co-op, the board of directors saw it fit to expand its coverage and subsequently adopt a resolution changing the registered name into EPSTEMPCO Visayas. Still, nothing is more fulfilling for co-op officers like Emma Resuena, Vice Chairman of the Committee on Education, than to hear members say they owe it all to EPSTEMPCO, or government officials saying that Escalante City wouldn't have achieved its cityhood status without the help of EPSTEMPCO. According to Resuena, EPSTEMPCO has helped numerous families send their children to school. Many have become professionals and have now found gainful employment around the city, which has recently attracted new investments.
Ang diri gud sa amo sa EPSTEMPCO, katong ni-intra pa mi sa Gawad Pitak, may mga validators diri ang nianhi. Yang usa ka di gyud nako malingtan nga kuan po sa atong kasing-kasing nga niingon si ang mayor nga unsa na lang ang Escalante kung wala ang EPSTEMPCO. Kaya ang dili namo mahatag sa EPSTEMPCO, which is very true. Kaya nga naman, daghan ng professionals tungod sa EPSTEMPCO.
Member entrepreneurs are riding on the brisk economic activity by boosting their trade through EPSTEMPCO's loan services that meet their needs. Kenneth Benignos, who is engaged in integrated organic farming, is grateful to EPSTEMPCO because it gives him access to additional capital. Organic farming is capital-intensive, and Benignos is grateful for the co-op's productive loan service. In return, Benignos does not only fulfill his financial obligations promptly, but also promotes the co-op concept by speaking highly of EPSTEMPCO's support for the business community.
The beauty actually of an integrated farm is like this. You need to have at least a daily sales to cover your daily expenses. You must have a weekly sales or a produce that will, make benta every week para na kay panweldo. Then you have also monthly para pangbayad nimo savings, imong mga loans, like sa mga case sa EPSTEMPCO na dapat na-adjust kay na ma'am nga monthly, like for example ang Then apo a little bit long term para if you have some plans like infrastructure after selling, you have a big bulk of money too. So dapat mauna siya ma'am. So muna nga para sa mga hiyang mi sa integrated farm, aside na it's environment friendly, you are also giving social justice to the community because in any stages of the development, you ask the community to help. Like for example, every month mag-ihaw mo manawag ka sa imong neighbor katong gipang train na mo nga neighbor to participate in the ihaw. It's giving balance and justice to the environment, uplifting the economy of the owner and the community, and giving also social justice by providing them working opportunity. Maglingkod mi sa akong partner may kung what if no wala ang EPSTEMPCO, how are we going to roll? So you just have to go there because we have like loan windows, and sometimes we have savings, we have time deposit, all of those things intrahan na namo for the farm. Like for example, for the feeds, utangon man na namo 1 month kapin. So yung kung nga sige, amatan tanig bayad, din dito na tamong utang sa EPSTEMPCO, din i-pay na to cash. Because maluya migukod og sa imong bangko usahay malimot ka inana, you know, I mean like stuff like that. While in EPSTEMPCO, grabe ang grace period. So I mean like we're so thankful with EPSTEMPCO.
Frelin Petran also speaks highly of the co-op's support for small sugarcane planters like her. In the past, Frelin, together with her husband Pantaleon, derive income from a half-a-hectare sugarcane farm. After hearing positive feedback about EPSTEMPCO, she expressed her desire to join the co-op, but she had no money for the entry-level share capital. Fortunately, she was able to borrow money, and that paved the way for her to know more about co-op principles. Later, she and her husband were able to lease a bigger property for sugarcane. The family is happy to note that their economic prosperity could not have happened without EPSTEMPCO.
Dako siya income ma'am kay ngano wala pa man siya nakuha ag tracking o tapas.
Kay napulo man ay hektarya.
Napolo ana sa
Mga 400
400.
after 10 months.
10 months. Kay kami kuno akong bana, wala gumisildo ma'am, huwat lang sa bless ni Lord. Nya tapos ngano kuno nakainana may salakyan mami mong katon agian nato. Nya daso nakabalay po puro utang. Sa EPSTEMPCO. Dako jud kayo makatabang ang ang EPSTEMPCO basta maayo ra ka record dira sa ko. Pwede ra ka bisag unsa orasa unsa imong lunon sa kuha ra ka dayon basta dili lang ka delinquent. Palit na kog abono ug bayad na ko sa arindo, mulon ko sa EPSTEMPCO og angan active loan. Nya ang ibayad na ko sa kada bulan ang kita sa among truck, may tracking man mi. Kaluyan sa Ginoo dira mo po nagikan sa EPSTEMPCO. Lami ito kayo ang EPSTEMPCO basta dili lang ka dawayon, makatabang yun nimo kay dali ra kay kwarta basta maayo kay record.
Escalante City is home to the Bible Baptist Learning Center, a non-denominational preschool ran by Pastor Daniel Ramos. In 2012, the school catered only to a few hundred pupils, but as word got around that BBLC has enabled children to read and write well beyond their early years, the enrollment increased. This was a major challenge because the school didn't have enough money to build more classrooms and hire new teachers. Fortunately, there was EPSTEMPCO to lean on.
Satisfied kami sa assistance sa EPSTEMPCO Visayas tungod tanan na nga amo nga mga loans para i-improve sa building, sa facility sa preschool, ilahag yung gi-approve without any hesitation. And we thank God sa management sa EPSTEMPCO nga kamao sila mo tan-aw ug unsay need sa member nga productive. Non-denominational kami nga school, no? So mostly sa mo ang mga pupils mga Catholic. Wala mami ka-introduce og religion sa mo ang pagtudlo.
I see.
Ang amo lang ang bata makat-on sila. Ang challenge nga amo ang maatubangan na mo compete mi sa mga big school nga una na namo, and then usa sa challenge gyud ang comply sa requirements sa DepEd kay bawo magtaron nga ang DepEd kuha na gyud kaayo stricto na gyud when it comes sa mga papers. We're planning to build up another building para sa grade school kay daghang kayo ang mga parents nga nasayangan nga wala may grade school. Tungod sa EPSTEMPCO Visayas, nakasurvive ni sa mga challenges like ang DepEd nag-required nga mauni ang imuhang facilities, mauni imuhang building. And so, without the help of EPSTEMPCO Visayas, tingali usa sa mi sa mukwit kay tungod wa may financial assistance.
Wala tayo bala.
Oh, may bala.
Sa ammunition, sir.
Oh.
Okay.
Thank you EPSTEMPCO Visayas sa dako kayo ninyong tabang para sa Bible Baptist Learning Center. Without your help, tingali sa ako nang gikaingon, di po mo survive.
When one passes through the main thoroughfare of Barangay Balintawak, there's an automotive spare parts store that prides itself as EPSTEMPCO assisted. Arim Sales and Marketing is owned and operated by Renato Villacarlos, an associate member. Villacarlos said it was through EPSTEMPCO that they were able to buy the lot and construct an office building that prides itself as co-op assisted.
Matinabang naman yung tips ko. Isugod na ako sa primera yun akong hinabang sa EPSTEMPCO. Palit na mo sa Utah. Ang plano yung primero two stories pero di humanon. Ground floor lang sa. Pero nahulaman ako pasig maabsenta sa cost of material sa mabot ng adlaw. Humanon lang yun ako rin. Mata hinglon mes primero sa EPSTEMPCO. Kay grand sa EPSTEMPCO. Ibig kulang pag yun. Kaya additional na 1M, extend pa naman ang term kay among gitanaw ang production sa tuburo nag-pigaw-pigaw yun tungkol sa panahon. Init kayo niya. Hindi pa rin sa una. Di pa extend na mo 6 years. Ako yung natabang. Basta di lang po ka mukuhaan siyang obligasyon. Kanya malang anak ka, pwede naman mahangyo. Interest na sa bayaran. Ang akong gigamit at ang kapital, ako rin yung buno sa San Carlos pa magkatabaho. Gamay rin yung kayo, ma'am. Auhag na ito sa EPSTEMPCO katong all-in-one nila ba? Nga gi-offer. Nga gi-grab na mo kay all-in-one yun na. Nga, mayo ang term. Nga.
Longer mo.
Nga, gabayad mo ta kanabuan. Sa ato pa, nga ito pong CBO, ganun po maganda ko. Yun na, may po na ang CBO. Yun na nga, tabangan ka gani, tabangin po yung mga kagalingon. Ang imong obligasyon yun, kaya imong mo nang gihulam, mo dyan ang bayaran.
Another member entrepreneur who holds much promise is Lemuel Dianon, proprietor of a 3-hectare fish pond in Barangay Alimango, Escalante City. He learned the ropes of bangos production from his father, who encouraged him to take over the business. Pleased by the good returns of the trade, Lemuel decided to expand the business with the assistance of EPSTEMPCO.
Akong business, ma'am, nagsugod yun ko sa photography. Anya dayon, nagkasakit akong tatay. Anya gikuan ko sa akong tatay nga ako mo pinan sa punong. Pero ang punong na mo, dili pa ni ka-establish, dili pa kayo product, dili pa kayo na develop. So ato'y gayon na nagpalibog na ko, nag-income sa uban sa akong tatay. Pero mura gamay kaayo, ma'am. Gamay kaayo. So pag nakabati na ko sa coop kay nga ako ang asawa member man sa coop. So nagkuan ko ningon siya nga para madungagan ang imong kapital, mulon ka sa coop, magpa-member ka sa coop. So dako kay ma'am gikatabang sa ako ang kuan, sa ako ang business.
Hands-on yung gani.
Naadyo ko, ma'am. Halos every other day na ako din Dako jud kayo kay so kan naabot ang coop, pinakasayon kayo nga kuan kay maskin nakabayad lang kapila ka bulan, muling ko diya ka na kay problema pwede nimo malon. Ang sa coop. Nya ang sa kuan po sa productive, kay productive man ako alaban ang gilo nako diri sa punong. Kay kada bulan lang ko magbayad og kanang kuan. Interest. So pag harvest nako pula nako ang coop. So dako na pud ko kinanglan, mulo na pud ko.
Sayon yung kayo, no?
Sayon kayo kay mura ka og mura kag dag-iya ba kan nag-member ko. Murag kakuan kayo ba, murag ka luag kayo ba. Murag ka sayon kayo sa negosyo. Kaya akong gina-encourage yun ang ako ang mga amigo, mga kaila nga magpamimber gyud sila. Kay sugod lang na siya. Once nga magtinguha ka na, adyo na ganti ang Ginoo. Mi kuan jud sa amo ang pamilya, sa amo ang kuan nakatabang jud namo. Nya murag hindi improve ang among pagpangabuhi.
Other local entrepreneurs who have availed of EPSTEMPCO's financial and technical services cannot help become emotional when they think how difficult life was before they got to EPSTEMPCO.
Basig makahilak mo, ma'am. Hindi, bitaw, dako jud kayo pagsalamat ako sa EPSTEMPCO, ma'am, kay diha man jud ko nag-start. Nag-start pa lang ni sa among uma. Pag uli sa akong bana gikan sa Taiwan, gamay ra gyud kayo ang amo ang napundar, pero sa pagtabang sa EPSTEMPCO, hindi ko yun ang talamnan, nakapatapos ko ang college. Bisan to sa pinigado na mong pangabuhi, at least nagpa-eskwela yun kong bata. Salamat sa EPSTEMPCO. Salamat sa isang wala na akong maguwang, si Manang Lilia Makapagong. Ito, siya man yun ang nag-invite sa kuha, tungod niya na member ko sa EPSTEMPCO. Daghang kayong salamat. Salamat yun sa tanan. Mabuhay EPSTEMPCO. Wala na, ma'am.
EPSTEMPCO is visible in social services like feeding programs, medical missions, and Brigada Escuela. But it is in environmental programs that aim to mitigate the impact of climate change that EPSTEMPCO has made its presence felt, especially in coastal villages like Cervantes and Washington. Co-op members regularly participate in mangrove planting in collaboration with barangay officials. They acknowledge that when Super Typhoon Yolanda hit the Visayas in 2013, dense mangrove plantation around the coastal villages prevented storm surges from hitting inland. At the helm of EPSTEMPCO Visayas is Chairman Romulo Cisno, who is also the president of the Northern Negros State College of Science and Technology, NONESCOST. He also sits as chair of the school-based NONESCOST MPC. Dr. Cisno believes that one of major challenges that co-ops face today is the lack of second liners who are supposed to take over the enterprise because most of the present leaders are aging.
Ang pag-prepare sa ato ang mga tao who will continue the growth and development of our co-op after us. So kung wala na ang mga leaders karon, i-ensure lang nato nga naay mo padayon.
Okay.
Para magpadayon pa pagtubo ang ato co-op. Ikaduha siguro, i-ensure po nato nga ang ato mga empleyado, mga staff, competent staff na to, magpabilin diri sa co-op. So, para mahimo na nato, siguro we need to study from time to time and compare, no? Salaries, benefits, other privileges nga gihatag nato sa co-op, kumpara nato sa ginahatag sa GWA. Ikatulo siguro nga challenges nato da paano nato mapatubo ang ato mga members. Kay ang pinaka strong foundation gyud sa ato apod nga padayon nga pagtubo sa co-op, pagpaligon sa co-op, kini mga to pong mga members.
Mm.
So ang challenge na to dira, paano na to padayon nga i-educate nga to ang mga members nga musulod o mo tuhop sa ilahang galamhan atong mga co-op principles, values nga dapat nila puyan, no? As members, member owners sa tako. Kana bang pagtuo nga ini ko ato ni dili ni iya, no, kundi ato ni tanan. So ang kalambuan o ang kapirdihan sa to ako naa sa to mga kamot. So yung nana nga kuan ang sense of ownership, sense of belongingness sa organization. Ang sunod nga challenge siguro kay gadaghan ang mga technologies gabago. So we need to go with the changing technologies. So kinanglan i-prepare po na to ato ang kooperatiba, ang atong mga systems, procedures, nga mo santo kuno sa mga technologies karon nga pwede magamit nga makatabang para sa to ang mga members. Halimbawa, ang simplification sa mga processes and procedures, no? Nga masatisfy na to ang ato mga members, na dili kayo hassle sa ato ang mga members. So, saan nakabagay siguro ang ato ang taon. And then, ang pagpadayon, pagpaligon sa ato partnership, ato ang mga linkages, ang support groups, magkinaunsa na anis sila ready para mutabang sa tuwa.
Ug usa sa mga lig-on nato nga mga partners, sir, ang LGU. No?
LGU, may mga people's organizations, no? Involved ko na to. O ang academe is also our partner. In fact, may mga i-conduct kami mga feasibility study, for example, kung feasible ba ang pag-put up satellite office or branch in another area. So ang gahimo ana ang ato co-op management nga mga estudyante. Sila na ang gatabang ana. May mga researches halimbawa karon ongoing anang impact sa existence sa co-op sa community. May study po na karon nga ongoing siya ginahimo. Kay ang Unesco's, no? So unsa iyang impact sa kinabuhi sa mga members o sa community sa iya existence for how many years
in the area, sir?
In the area.
So localized nga study, sir. What about the impact of climate change, sir, sa operation sa co?
Actually, usap po na siya sa ato gina-consider karon. In fact, that's part sa research nga ginahimo na to. So, impact sa lives o impact sa environment sa ginahimo. Although nakapa-improve sa panginabuhi, pero wala siya nakapa-improve, naka-deteriorate sa katabang deterioration sa ato environment. So, muna siya ang ato gina-understudy karon.
As EPSTEMPCO Visayas looks ahead to mark its 30th year, the overarching challenge is to continue to make a difference in the lives of its members and diffuse the benefits to the larger community. There will be new challenges, but as the journey of 27 years has shown, co-op values enable and empower man to achieve his self-worth and human dignity. Truly, the co-op is charged with a lofty mission that goes beyond lending, to love and serve the least, the lost, and the last.
Para sa to ang mga officers, management and staff, salamat sa inyong padayon nga pagsuporta, sa inyong dedication, sa inyong commitment para padayon nga mulambo tubo ang ato kooperatiba. sayod ako nga ang ato ginbuhaton kung dili na to suportahan, dili na to pagtabangan, dili gini siya mag-successful. So salamat sa inyong padayon ng pagsuporta. Sa ato mga members, dagan po salamat no sa padayon po ninyong involvement sa inyong participation no sa tanan ng mga activities sa ato ang kooperatiba para sa ato ang mga katawhan na wala pa na membro o gusto mo pa member. So ginaaghat ka mo, gina-encourage ka mo nga mo pa-member na no sa ato ang kooperatiba EPSTEMPCO Visayas o mangin kabahin no sa ato ang mga ginbuhaton para sa kalambuan, dili lang sa atong kaugalingon kundi kalambuan sa atong komunidad o para sa tanan, para sa kauswagan sa tanan. EPSTEMPCO Visayas andam nga mo alagad para natong tanan. Salamat.